Our world is full of wonders, incredible architecture, and marvelous works of art. But how does one decide whether one work of art deserves to be more on the list of wonders than the other? Since the original list of 7 wonders was made in the 2nd century BCE, which is over 2200 years ago, a campaign to determine the new 7 wonders of the world was launched in the year 2000. The campaign presented a list of potential world wonders, and the entire world voted by text messaging and via the internet. In 2007, we were presented with the new 7 wonders of the world. But before we get to the updated list of world wonders, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. The Great Wall of China. If one man-made structure deserves to be on the list of world wonders, it's the Great Wall of China. The work on the first complete Great Wall began in the 7th century BCE, and it took about 20 years to finish. However, construction of the entire wall spanned across 2 millennia. Many scientists agree that the wall was 5,500 miles long, but some disputed Chinese studies claim that its length is 13,170 miles. The reason the Great Wall of China was built was to prevent invasions and raids, mostly from the Mongols, but scholars have noted that the wall mostly served as political propaganda for the ruling dynasties. Chichen Itza. The Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico is home to Chichen Itza, our second world wonder. This stepped pyramid was built under the Mayan tribe Itza, who are responsible for many important temples and monuments of that period. Also known as El Castillo, or the Castle, the pyramid is 79 feet tall and has 365 steps, which is a testament to the Mayans' astronomical abilities, as it features the number of days in a year. During the spring and fall equinoxes, the setting sun casts shadows over the pyramid, forming a serpent moving down the north stairway. Chichen Itza is also home to Tlactli, the largest sporting field in North and South America. It is believed that the residents used the field to play some sort of ritual ball game popular at the period. Petra. People who have been to Petra, Jordan are well aware of the craftsmanship it took to build this marvelous structure. Petra is nestled among sandstone mountains and cliffs and is believed to be one of the places where Moses struck a rock and water gushed forth. The Nabateans, an Arab tribe noted for exquisite carving skills, made Petra their capital. During their reign, temples, dwellings, and tombs were chiseled into the sandstone, and the city flourished as one of the most important trade centers. According to historians and researchers, Petra had a population of 30,000 at its height. However, when the trade routes began to shift, the city's popularity began to decline. In addition to that, 2 major earthquakes hit Petra in the span of 200 years, and the city was eventually abandoned. Machu Picchu. Although it has been there for centuries, Machu Picchu was discovered in 1911 by Hiram Bingham. Bingham thought the Incan site was Vilcabamba, a secret stronghold used during the rebellion against the Spanish rule over 400 years ago. However, Bingham's theory of Vilcabamba was later disproved, but scientists are still pondering about the purpose of Machu Picchu. Some believe it was a home for women who lived in convents, whereas others believe it was a retreat for the royals. What the researchers do know is that Machu Picchu is one of the rare and few pre-Columbian ruins that is virtually intact. And even though it's isolated high in the Andes mountain, this world wonder once featured temples, residential areas, plazas, and agricultural terraces. Christ the Redeemer. This colossal statue of Jesus was built on top of Mount Corcovado in Rio de Janeiro, not long after World War I, when people feared that a time of godlessness would cause Brazil to fall apart as a country. As a solution to this potential time of godlessness, a statue of Jesus was proposed, and its construction began in 1926. Workers labored hard for 5 long years to erect a monument of Jesus that stood 124 feet tall, with outstretched arms spanning 92 feet. Christ the Redeemer is covered with about 6 million tiles and is made of reinforced concrete. An interesting fact about the statue, it is quite often struck by lightning, which many consider a symbol of divine presence. The Colosseum. This feat of engineering was built by the order of Emperor Vespasian in 70 AD Rome. It measures 620 by 513 feet and features an intricate system of vaults. Even though it was built almost 2,000 years ago, the Colosseum was capable of holding 50,000 spectators and held a variety of events. The dark side of the Colosseum featured infamous gladiator fights and men fighting animals. On occasions, water was pumped into the structure so spectators could enjoy fake naval engagements. According to research, approximately 500,000 people died in the Colosseum, and some estimates say that so many animals were killed that entire species were wiped out. Taj Mahal. This breathtaking structure is a mausoleum complex in Agra, India, and is considered one of the finest examples of Mughal architecture. Taj Mahal was commissioned by Emperor Shah Jahan in honor of his late wife Mumtaz Mahal, chosen one of the palace. It took over 2 decades and 20,000 workers to build the mausoleum, which features a large garden and a pool that reflects the structure. The Taj Mahal is made of white marble, has a central larger dome, and is surrounded by 4 smaller domes. Some historians claim that the emperor wanted to build another mausoleum for himself, and he wanted to build it out of black marble. However, one of his sons persuaded him otherwise. If you could, what other wonders would you add to this list? The Acropolis of Athens, perhaps? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, click the bell icon to enable notifications.
We'll show you everything worth knowing.